Have y'all ever felt like something was just off in life? Like a lot actually is off. We can't quite put our finger on exactly where it starts or where it comes from, but we know it touches pretty much every part of our life, from our finances to our families to politics and government to the school system to the food to the banks. For some reason, everything seems out of order. And I want to talk to the people who understand that this isn't just the way that things are supposed to be. I want to talk to the people who understand that spiritual doesn't mean religious. I want to talk to the people who understand that the government just seems to be managing us more than it seems to be serving us. I want to talk to the people who understand that when they're sitting in that classroom and they're learning bullshit like Pythagorean theorems and hypotenuses, trying to figure out how the hell is this going to help me survive in the real world? How is this going to help me heal or grow or prosper or succeed? I want to understand why we seem to be born just to work a job, just to turn around and die, right? Why does everybody seem to be struggling? Why do we grow up always in a stressed environment for those who did? Why does it seem like everybody was trying to hustle up a dollar to pay a bill or struggling to make ends meet? Why does it seem like people are trying so hard to live normal lives? This place is for you. I've spent the last near 10 years studying the law, studying banks and credit and families and systems and processes and different ways in which the society that we know contradicts itself. My job here is to ensure that I bring people back home, back into alignment, back to God. And when I say God, I don't mean somebody in the sky judging the affairs of men based off of your morality. Because what's right for you may be wrong for me and vice versa. I'm not here to determine right or wrong in terms of belief. Children believe in Santa Claus, okay? We're adults. We deal in the realms of reality, the realms of practicality. So while we're here discussing these problems, what I also want to make a habit of doing is let's spend just as much time discussing the solutions, just as much time trying to be practical in figuring out, okay, if there is a problem on one end, the law of polarity dictates that there has to be a solution on the other end. There can't just be a one-sided problem with no solution, otherwise it wouldn't be a problem. Okay, conversation for another day. I want to make sure we are able to understand, and I can walk with you, you could walk with me, we could walk with each other to find alignment, and not just spiritually, not just mentally, not just emotionally, but also financially, also physically, also in our relationships, right? In our politically aligned. You know what I mean? For too long have we gone in constant dispute and disagreement and division. And then we wonder why we live in a dysfunctional society, a dysfunctional world, when the neighbors can't even come to an understanding and agreement. When people within the community can't rally around each other unless I agree with you 100%. I'm the bridge. I'm here to cultivate ideas that benefit the masses, not just a select few. The majority of us have more in common than we do in difference. Why not focus on the things that we have in common? Why spend so long disputing and arguing the shit that only you care about? Take that shit home to your kids and to your wife or to your husband. Talk to them about that 5-10% of shit that we actually disagree on, if it's even that much. We're all human beings. We all need the same shit to function and survive. We all need water, air, earth, and light to survive. The man-made shit is what we seem to be confused on. Knowing that we need to nourish our body, we need to breathe air, we need to stay hydrated, we need to maintain a body temperature or fire within us, the four elements. That's nature. That's natural law. Man's law is what seems to be confusing. Man's rules, man's interpretations and definitions, man's judgment is what seems to be the problem. So what are we here to do? We're here to bring back alignment, not just between men and women, the masculine and feminine energies, but between fathers and sons, between mothers and daughters, between government and citizens, teachers and students, police and civilians. We're here to ensure that society is restored back to an order that it once came. And this isn't anything new. This has only happened within the last couple hundred years, if that long. Now, this may seem like a very illustrious or complex or even idealistic perspective, intention, movement. But here's the thing. First of all, somebody's got to do it. Do you got a better idea? Second of all, I didn't say that this was going to be easy, because not all things that are simple are easy. And of course, it's not going to be easy. That reminds me of people who want to fix their credit but want results within 30 days. I'm not saying that you can't, but come on, dog. It took you 10 years, 15 years, 20 years to get your credit this shitty, and you want results in 30 days. Translation, we got to start somewhere. And let's not worry about where we're going. We're going to get there. Let's worry about taking one step at a time. One step at a time is having this conversation, introducing myself. Some know me as J Leo, some know me as J Raw. I'm J to P, put the P in paralegal. You dig? All I'm here to do is make sure that y'all have a voice of a combined voice between the left and the right, between the black and the white, between the man and the woman, between the adult and the child, between the government and its citizens. I want to make sure that we're all represented here. Because if we were able to come together, we don't need to vote on nobody. We don't need to wait on nobody. We don't need to fight and argue and debate with nobody unless we're going to come to a common understanding. And that's exactly what this is about. Culture-rich conversations, culture-rich consulting. Dad's Lives Matter, all of our affiliates are approaching politics, family, law, love, legacy, finances from a holistic perspective and position to ensure that we're operating not just by belief or opinion, but we are embodying the principles day in and day out. How we eat, right? How we train, how we learn, how we love, how we handle disputes. So we're here to make sure that things come back in alignment. I'm new to this, but I'm also true to this. There's been a lot of work put in on the back end. Came a long way. I want to shout out to everybody who helped me get to this point. All the supporters. I want to shout out to everybody who tried to keep me from getting here. All the haters. We need y'all too. Y'all got a job to do, and y'all do it very well. But check this out. I wanted to introduce myself. I wanted to introduce the mission. Y'all stay tuned. We got a lot of work to do, right? But we don't have to do it alone. The greatest thing that we have on our side is the truth and each other. If we shy away from either one of those, the dysfunction is going to perpetuate. If you're not going to do it for yourself, then do it for the people who are going to come after you, the people who are around you, the people who love you, the people who depend on you, the people who can't do it for themselves, right? I love y'all. I fuck with y'all. I'm going to rock with y'all. I'm going to ride with y'all. We're going to stay down for the come up, because if we don't come from a rich family going to have to come from us. Stop getting played. Start getting rich.
Yeah. Look, I don't need nothing on my wrist to have a good time. Spend some money on my kids, it's a good life. Top down in the wind, it's a good vibe. I risked it all to make it here, man, I should smile. Everybody with me drip, we all look nice. They feel the aura, feel the bliss, make them look twice. I got that, I got this, but it took time. I risked it all to make it here, man, I should smile.